2006 was supposed to bring a fresh start for Hassan Cleveland and Ebony Brown. Instead, it brought an end to her life and his freedom.
The night of 2006 New Year's will always be the biggest regret that I had in my life.
My name is Hassan Cleveland, and I was convicted for a crime I did not commit.
In the early hours of New Year's Day, 2006, Hassan Cleveland went to the local bar in Morgantown, West Virginia to pick up marijuana from Danielle Hilling. When he arrived, he found Danielle and her sister Nina Jefferson drunk and high, starting fights outside of the bar. Hassan, the only sober one in the group, stepped in and reluctantly took them back to the apartment he shared with his girlfriend Ebony Brown. At the apartment, Hassan went to use the bathroom, leaving the two women alone in the living room. Before he realized what was happening, it was too late. He heard Ebony tell Danielle and Nina to leave. The sisters started yelling. Ebony grabbed a kitchen knife, and within seconds, there was a gunshot. Hassan rushed out to find Ebony on the living room floor, with Danielle and Nina standing over her body. The two women coerced Hassan to help them move the body, threatening to blame him for the murder if he did not cooperate.
The moment I realized she was no longer with us, almost as if I was paralyzed.
He cried to me, telling me the story. You know, every time he revisits that initial, when the gun shot and him coming back into that room and seeing her laying there, he said he broke down, started crying, grabbed her, was yelling her name.
Hassan and Ebony planned to move to New Jersey that year to start a new life together. Their stuff was packed, and he had already bought her an engagement ring.
Hassan brought Ebony home to me to meet her, and she was amazing. He came to see his mom, and he brought the woman of his life with him.
I would trade everything to have her back. I love her to this day. Like, I will always love her.
They were friends. They were friends first, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was his girlfriend that lost her life. And then to be charged, like, on behalf of, you know, his girlfriend not being here.
Hassan was convicted of the murder of his girlfriend and sentenced to life without parole. Danielle and Nina, also known as Peanut, both confessed to shooting Ebony on multiple occasions, verbally and in written letters.
Their narrative that they painted to the prosecution, to the police, was that Hassan was the shooter. Their confessions, though, illustrated that they knew and obviously understood that they were the ones who were responsible.
It is pretty noteworthy that he has maintained his innocence for 17 years and that the two other people involved haven't.
Michael Farley testified against Hassan in trial, claiming Hassan had asked him to murder Ebony.
Michael Farley's role in this, he came out of nowhere. The Farley kid is a known informant. He's done ratted on people, made stories up on people.
Michael Farley was offered immunity, offered deals to make up testimony against Hassan.
In 2009, Farley recanted his statement to private investigator Mitch Barton.
From what he told me, Hassan never asked him to commit the murder, which is one thing he testified to. They threatened to charge him with accessory and/or the murder itself.
In my trial, the role of me not being from Morgantown or West Virginia worked against me because I don't feel as though I was accepted by a jury of my peers.
West Virginia is a funny state, very racist state. They can tell you're not from there, the way you dress, the way you talk, the way you look. They had it out for me.
If you're from somewhere outside of the state, you're automatically viewed as someone who's come to corrupt the small town and someone who is not really worthy, certainly in Zimorowski's opinion, of a decent defense.
Hassan's attorney, James Zimorowski, strongly advised Hassan against testifying despite his wishes to tell his story.
I explained to Mr. Zimorowski how there was so much testimony that was not true. Like, I want to get up there and tell the jury my side.
Hassan had the same defense counsel that I did, but he was so derelict in my case, and I would argue he was even more derelict in Hassan's case.
This seems like a case where there could have been a real injustice. I mean, what is his sentence?
Life without
parole for being an accessory after the fact. That's a death sentence.
I just want the world to know that this is a good brother that deserves an opportunity to live his life and be able to return to his family.
He's like a superhero, just, for the fact that, he's always in high spirits.
Genuine. What you see is what you get. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He will look out for anybody.
I've seen him stand up for what he believes in, so I only can look at him as a stand-up person. He's like a diamond, all the rough ends that can sparkle. Like, he got so much in him. I believe that him free, you will really get the chance to see what he can accomplish.
He's gonna walk out of there. I just pray that I'm alive to see that day come true.
This is my poem, Broken Wing. Truth beyond my reach, what soars without a wing. I notice these goosebumps every time you whisper to me. Lost inside a world that doesn't belong to me. Like a bird that longs to fly, I pray you give me back my wings. My name is Hassan Cleveland, and this is my story.